What's up, everybody? I just finished another Street Seinors book. This is number 6 in the series. This is The Gift. I will show you guys my step back cover art here. I really like the snowflakes on the step back cover art. That's pretty cool. I kind of expected this to be like a Christmassy Fear Street book, and it wasn't. Had a little bit of snow and stuff like that, but other than that, it was nothing to do with Christmas. In fact, it takes place like after Christmas. There is a scene at the beginning of the book where a friend of Jennifer Fear, her house is like decorated like with Christmas trees and stuff like that, or I think it's like Christmas lights or whatever, and I thought it was really fun and festive and all. I started this last year, December, and I just finished this today. This took me a while. This wasn't one of my favorite Fear Street Seinors books. It was better than the last one, but that's not saying much. The story starts off with Jennifer Fear. She's going to her friend Trisha Conrad's house, and she wants to show her friend her new Christmas gift she got, which is a necklace that her dad got her with this like red ruby inside of it or whatever. She goes over, and her friend Trisha got a new jacket, so they of course like swap out outfits. She wears the necklace, and Jennifer wears her jacket, trying on different things. Trisha has the ability to see psychic visions and stuff like that. This is the same girl that predicted the seniors doom class or whatever. She tries on the necklace, and she immediately has a vision of this girl being hung at at like a witch's trial thing. And she kind of gets freaked out about the necklace, and Jennifer, has believed her before, but for some reason she still wears the necklace. I think it's mainly she got it for Christmas, and I can understand that. If I got something for Christmas and I didn't wear it, people would ask like, "Hey, where's your, where's the thing that I got you?" But she wears it, and she goes and sees her boyfriend Ty, and Ty is this guy that Trisha warned Jennifer about being a cheater and all this good stuff. She goes out with him, and they're at the cemetery, in the cemetery, making out and all this good stuff. And he tells her, or she asks him, what does he want to do tomorrow? And basically, she kind of comes on a little too strong, and he ends up breaking up with her. She gets very upset, goes home, goes to sleep that night, and when she wakes up, she's outside of his house in the snow, in her pajamas, in her like bedroom slippers. Doesn't know what's going on. So she eventually makes it home somehow, and the next day she goes to school, or she's at a coffee shop or something, I think, and they everybody's talking about what happened to dang, I don't forget his name, to Ty. Yeah. They said that he got attacked last night and all this stuff, and we don't know what's going on, but we know somebody attacked him. After this, somehow or another, Jennifer finds out that Ty is dating another girl already. She ends up going to sleep again, and this time I don't think this is the time where she doesn't wake up in nobody's yard. She has a dream about being in somebody's yard or something, and she comes back. She wakes up, everything's okay, but the next day she goes to hang out with Trisha. She finds out that somebody set fire to Ty's house. They end up finding Jennifer's glove laying on the side of the house and all of this stuff. So everything's kind of pointing towards Trisha. Not Trisha, Jennifer. And everything's pointing towards her. She's a Fear, so everybody thinks, you're a Fear, you're going to be doing stuff like this. They do some research, and they find out that this necklace belonged to a girl named Dominique Fear. And Dominique basically can go through other fears and make them do stuff. And that's basically what we got going on. I'm not going to reveal much more. There's some scenes where Jennifer almost runs over Ty, making things even worse, but that's kind of where I'm going to leave it, because this book is kind of easy to spoil. I will say there's a twist in the middle of this book that was so stupid. It was the most dumb thing. It's probably one of the worst twists I've ever seen in a Fear Street book. They just didn't make any sense. It's just not logical and just, I don't know. I didn't like it. This whole book, I just kind of felt like I was just kind of phoning it in, kind of like, like as I was reading it, it felt like I was like barely there reading it. It was, I don't know. It felt like I should have liked it a lot more, but I didn't. It had some of the same stuff dealing like in the number two book was called In Too Deep, and I really loved it. It had some of the same plot elements as that one, but it just didn't work in this book for me. There's a twist in the middle, like I said, that sucked. There's an ending that I didn't like that was like it switched perspectives or whatever. It was kind of dumb. This has one of the worst kills in any Fear Street book I've ever read. This girl gets a vase falling onto her and hits her in the head, and it kills her. Like, that's like, okay, like the first book we seen somebody go into a propeller, like on a boat. This one here, somebody gets hit in the head with a vase and she dies. So it just, I don't know. It just didn't work. This one just wasn't one of my favorites in the series. This was probably on a lesser side of things. It was kind of weak. I kind of liked the beginning of it. Like, it's basically a haunted mask story, but like with a necklace, So I was kind of hoping that would be pretty cool. But again, some of the twists in here was just terrible. Some of the stuff isn't even explained. Like, there's a way to defeat the villain, which didn't make a lot of sense. I went back and read the same chapter, and I still didn't get it. I was like, yeah. Yeah, The Gift is one of my least favorites in the series. So it isn't my least favorite in the series so far, but it's one of my least favorites. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. I thought it was just kind of, it could have been better. If they would have just stuck with the simple plot of this girl with a necklace being possessed, I think that would have been fine. With some carnage, because we've seen some gore and stuff like that in these books. This one here just didn't have it. There's like literally nothing gory. There is a scene where there's scissors on the front of this book, so you think that would be pretty cool. You would think like, what does scissors have to do with anything? And well, the villain does use scissors, but it's like one scene and it doesn't even. She cut somebody's hand, but it's, yeah. Anyway, the only thing I really liked about this book was like the concept of the necklace, and then it kind of got a little too confusing. So, yeah. I also like the kind of scenes for like this takes place after Christmas, so it's like going on towards a New Year's party. So I kind of enjoyed that, because we don't see a lot of that in R.L. Stine books. He doesn't do like a lot of Christmassy type horror stuff, and I really enjoy a lot of the Christmas horror stuff that he writes when he does do it. So, but yeah, I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. Pretty weak in my opinion. Not one of the best. I saw a lot of Goodreads reviewers gave this thing like 3 or 4. I was kind of leaning towards 3, but then the more I thought about this book, the more I just didn't like it. The more I just kind of wanted this thing to be over with and for me to start something else. The next book is interesting because this book takes place in December and / January. The next book is a Fight Team Fight, which I don't know if it takes place in January, but the one after that is Sweetheart Evil Heart. You'd think that'd be February. So I'm wondering if the other one continues into January or what. I'm not quite sure. So I am interested to finish the series, but we're halfway there. This is the official halfway point of the Fear Street Senior series. And it's been okay. Like there's 2 really, really bad books in the series, and I think there's like 2 mediocre, and then there's like 2 really good ones. So it's kind of all over the place right now. So we'll see what the next couple of books brings, and yeah, that's it for me, guys. 2 out of 5 stars for me. If you guys read this book, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Bye bye.